Over 15% of gas stations in America pump fuel that fails minimum detergent standards. That means millions of drivers are unknowingly filling up with gas that clogs injectors, ruins sensors, and shortens engine life. Some of these stations are household names. So before your next fill-up, listen carefully, and at the end, I'll reveal the top stations mechanics actually trust. Never use these gas stations again. Number 11, Arco. You might think Arco is a good deal because it's cheap, but here's the shocking truth. Arco gas is not top-tier certified. That means it doesn't have enough detergent additives to prevent engine deposits. Engines running on Arco regularly are more likely to develop clogged fuel injectors, gummed-up intake valves, and carbon buildup on pistons. Mechanics warn that Arco fuel can make your car feel sluggish. You might notice rough idling, hesitation under acceleration, or reduced fuel efficiency over time. Some reports even link Arco's low additive content to premature check engine lights in newer vehicles. The other issue is that Arco pumps often sit in low turnover areas. Fuel that stays in underground tanks too long can degrade, leaving water and sediment behind. Even if the gas meets minimum legal standards, it's far from ideal for modern engines with tighter tolerances. And here's the kicker. What seems like saving a few cents at the pump could cost hundreds later in injector cleaning, fuel system service, or worse. Arco may be everywhere, but it's a slow engine killer in disguise. But that's just the warm-up. The station I'll name next will surprise you even more. Number 10, Love's. Here's something most drivers don't realize. Love's gas is built for trucks, not your daily car. The shocking part? Its gasoline often lags in detergent additives that protect modern engines. That means every time you fill up at Love's, your fuel injectors and intake valves aren't getting the cleaning boost they need. Mechanics frequently warn that cars fueled regularly at Love's can develop rough idling, hesitation under acceleration, and reduced mileage. The fuel meets minimum legal standards. Yes, but minimum isn't enough for cars with tighter tolerances, turbo engines, or hybrids. Over time, deposits can form faster than you think, leading to costly maintenance bills. Another hidden risk is fuel turnover. Love's locations are designed for long-haul trucks, which means gasoline can sit in underground tanks longer than at high-traffic stations. Stale fuel can cause water contamination, sediment buildup, or chemical breakdown, problems your engine will silently absorb. So yes, one tank here or there won't destroy your car, but regular use? It's a slow path to clogged injectors, carbon buildup, and lost performance. And if you thought that was bad, the station I'm about to name next will really make your jaw drop. Number 9, Speedway. With over 3,000 outlets around the country, one might think that Speedway is a reliable choice. But here's the jaw dropper. Speedway is not top-tier certified either. Just like Arco, it looks like a solid choice. Bright lights, clean stations, big name. But don't let that fool you. Their gas often comes from mixed local suppliers, and that means you never really know what's going into your tank. Engines running on Speedway fuel show the same pattern over and over. Vehicles that rely on it for years often develop carbon buildup on intake valves, sluggish throttle response, and noticeably lower fuel economy. Independent tests of Speedway fuel frequently reveal detergent levels below what modern engines require. Without enough cleaning agents, carbon deposits harden faster, airflow suffers, and performance slowly drops without most drivers ever realizing why. It gets worse. In 2020, some Speedway stations were caught selling fuel contaminated with water after heavy rains. Drivers filled up, drove a mile or two, and their cars started sputtering or wouldn't start at all. Water and gasoline can rust the fuel system and damage pumps. Not a small problem. And believe me, the next station on this list will shock you even more. Number 8, 7-Eleven. You'd think a big name like 7-Eleven would care about what goes into their pumps, right? Not really. Most people don't realize 7-Eleven doesn't refine its own fuel. They buy from whichever local supplier offers the cheapest deal that week. That means one station could be decent, and the next down the road could be subpar. There's zero consistency. That inconsistency is a nightmare for your engine. Engines fueled at 7-Eleven often show rough idling, hesitation, and reduced fuel economy. Some cars even start knocking under acceleration, a red flag for low-quality fuel or water contamination. EPA and state inspection reports have flagged several 7-Eleven locations for ethanol levels exceeding 10% in regular gas. And some underground storage tanks were found with sediment buildup. That's not just theoretical. In a few cases, pumps were shut down for off-spec fuel that could harm injectors and fuel pumps. Add to that, 7-Eleven gas isn't top-tier certified just like the others. That means detergent levels are lower than what's needed for modern engines, leading to carbon buildup on intake valves, injectors, and combustion chambers over time. The few cents you save at the pump could end up costing hundreds in fuel system repairs or injector cleaning. And if you think that's bad, wait until you hear about the next station. It might shock you even more. Before we move on, hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe for more real mechanic advice that'll save your engine and your wallet. Number 7. Circle K. This one is sneaky because it's everywhere. You see that bright red Circle K sign and think it must be a solid, trusted brand. But here's the truth most drivers never hear. Circle K does not make its own fuel. They buy from whoever sells the cheapest gasoline that week. That means one tank might be fine, and the next can hurt your engine. There is zero consistency. Engines running on Circle K fuel often start showing trouble over time. Injectors get sticky. Intake valves get coated with carbon. Some cars begin misfiring on and off. When a bore scope goes inside the cylinders, you can see black soot sitting right on top of the pistons. That's a clear sign of weak detergent fuel, gas that can't clean the engine the way top-tier fuel does. And the water problems? They keep happening. August 2022, El Paso, Texas. A Circle K was found with water in the fuel. The state opened an investigation, and fines could reach up to $1,500. December 2024, Tallahassee, Florida. Customers reported stalling and rough running. Inspectors found water in the underground tanks and issued a stop sale order. January 2025, Charleston, South Carolina. A driver sued Circle K after water-contaminated diesel caused major engine damage. Water and gas can rust fuel pumps, clog injectors, and stop a car in the middle of the road, and it can happen after one bad fill-up. And the next station? It's a highway favorite, but you might regret every tank. Number 6. Murphy, USA. Murphy, USA stations sit right next to Walmart parking lots in almost every state. They're easy to spot and easy to reach. But cheap and convenient does not mean good for your engine. Murphy, USA built its whole model on one idea: sell gas for less than everyone else. And when the price drops, the detergent package is usually the first thing that gets cut. Engines running on Murphy fuel often start showing problems over time. Cars begin to idle rough. Some sputter when you press the gas pedal. Fuel injectors wear out sooner than they should. Many drivers think their car is aging, but most of the time, it's the fuel causing the trouble. In several state tests, Murphy's detergent levels fell below what modern engines truly need. Ethanol levels also swing too much, which can cause poor fuel trims and dirtier combustion. Then came the big incident. May 2018, San Antonio, Texas. Dozens of drivers filled up at Murphy stations and barely made it out of the parking lot. Cars stalled, engines sputtered, some wouldn't start at all. Investigators found water in the underground tanks. The gas had to be pumped out and replaced. Similar cases were checked at other Murphy stations in Texas and Louisiana. Water in fuel is a serious threat. It can rust pumps, clog injectors, and shut your engine down without warning. Sure, Murphy USA saves you a few dollars today, but the long-term cost, clogged injectors, carbon buildup, and repairs that wipe out every penny you saved. And the next station claims to sell performance fuel, but it's one of the dirtiest on this list. Number 5, Valero. Bright stations, lots of locations, you might think it's safe. But here's the shocker. Valero isn't consistently top-tier certified across all locations. That means detergent levels can vary, and some pumps deliver fuel that's barely above the legal minimum. Engines fueled regularly with Valero can develop carbon buildup, sticky injectors, and sluggish throttle response over time. Fuel economy drops, and acceleration feels off. Mechanics have tested samples from multiple regions and found detergent content lower than what modern engines really need to stay clean. There's more. Some Valero stations store fuel for long periods, especially in lower traffic areas. Stale fuel can separate, water can accumulate, and ethanol levels may swing higher than they should. That combination increases the risk of rough-running engines, misfires, and clogged fuel systems. Even though one tank might not kill your car, long-term use quietly wears your engine down. Repairs for injectors, valves, and fuel pumps can quickly outpace any savings you got at the pump. And the next station? It's a household name millions trust. But the truth behind the pump will surprise you. Want to save money and protect your engine? Click the link above for fuel-saving secrets gas stations don't want you to know. Number 4, BP. This is one of those stations everyone recognizes. The bright green and yellow logo feels safe. But here's the kicker. BP is not consistently top-tier certified. That means the detergent levels in their gas can be low, just enough to meet the law, but not enough to protect modern engines. Engines running regularly on BP fuel can develop carbon buildup on intake valves and fuel injectors, rough idling, and even misfires over time. Cars driven mostly in the city or for short trips are hit hardest because the engine doesn't fully warm up and deposits form faster. Fuel tests have shown BP gasoline sometimes has inconsistent ethanol content and lower detergent levels than competing brands like Shell or Chevron. That means your combustion chamber can slowly get coated in carbon, reducing efficiency and making your spark plugs wear out faster. Even though BP used to be seen as a premium option, that reputation doesn't match the current reality. One tank isn't going to ruin your car, but filling up here regularly is a slow path to costly repairs. A few cents saved at the pump today could turn into hundreds in maintenance tomorrow. And if BP has you concerned, wait until you hear about the next station. Its problems run deeper, and the evidence behind them is even harder to ignore. Number 3, Citgo. It looks solid, but here's the truth. Citgo has one of the highest rates of fuel quality complaints in the US. Their gasoline often contains inconsistent ethanol blends, sometimes well over the standard 10% in regular fuel. That's a problem because too much ethanol can corrode fuel system components, damage rubber seals, and eat away at metal parts inside pumps and injectors. Mechanics report cars running on Citgo fuel sometimes show rough running engines, hesitation under load, and hard starts. Fuel tests from several states have found elevated sediment levels in older underground tanks at some Citgo locations. Sediment can clog fuel filters fast and reduce injector life. Citgo also isn't top-tier certified. That means it doesn't guarantee the detergents needed to prevent carbon buildup. Over months, engines can accumulate deposits on valves and pistons, leading to lower power and efficiency. Even if you only fill up occasionally, Citgo is a gamble. One tank might be okay, but repeated use is a slow way to wear down a modern engine. Bright signage and roadside convenience don't protect your car from fuel that doesn't meet strict quality standards. Number 2. Sunoco. People assume it's high-quality fuel because of the brand name. But here's the shocking part. Sunoco has a history of inconsistent fuel quality across its locations. Their gasoline often has fluctuating ethanol content, sometimes exceeding legal limits, which can cause rubber fuel lines to swell and metal parts in pumps and injectors to corrode faster. Mechanics notice engines fueled regularly with Sunoco can develop hesitation under acceleration, rough idling, and occasional stalling. Fuel tests in multiple states have found higher than normal sediment and water traces in older Sunoco underground tanks. That alone can shorten fuel pump life and clog filters quickly. Sunoco isn't fully top-tier certified, meaning it doesn't guarantee the higher detergent levels that protect intake valves, pistons, and injectors from carbon buildup. Over time, deposits can reduce power, lower fuel efficiency, and increase maintenance costs. Even if you drive a short distance daily, repeated use of Sunoco fuel quietly wears down modern engines. One tank might seem fine, but over months, the cost adds up in lost performance and repairs. And the last station on this warning list? It's a brand many trust for long trips, but its fuel can do more damage than almost any other on this list. Number 1. Pilot Flying J. This brand is huge on the highways. Truckers trust it, and the stations look clean and busy. But for regular passenger cars, it's one of the worst places to fill up. Here's why. Pilot Flying J is built mainly for diesel customers. That means the gasoline side isn't used as often. When gas sits too long in underground tanks, water, rust, and sediment start to settle at the bottom. When that gets pumped into a car, fuel pumps corrode, filters clog, and engines run rough. Cars that use Pilot Flying J gas often show early fuel pump wear, hot running engines, and random misfires. Some drivers even notice weaker acceleration because the fuel quality isn't consistent. Tests from several states show their regular gas has low detergent levels. Far below top-tier standards, low detergents mean fast carbon buildup. Valves get dirty, spark plugs foul, and fuel mileage drops. There's also the issue of sulfur. Some samples show slightly higher sulfur levels than other stations. That sulfur can slowly hurt oxygen sensors and catalytic converters, two parts that are very expensive to replace. And here's something many drivers don't know. Pilot Flying J was caught in a massive fuel rebate scam in 2014. The company paid $92 million to the government and $85 million to trucking companies for cheating customers. That scandal didn't involve bad fuel, but it does show a pattern of cutting corners. Bright signs don't protect your engine. Your safest move? Skip Pilot Flying J for gasoline. If all of that sounds rough, don't worry. Not every station is bad. There are a few that protect your engine, burn cleaner, and help your car last longer. Let's move into the top 5 gas stations that mechanics actually recommend. Number 5. Exxon/Esso. The two are part of the same company, ExxonMobil, formed in 1999. These stations are more than just a brand name. They deliver consistent fuel quality that protects engines. Their gasoline is top-tier certified. That means it contains extra detergents to prevent carbon buildup on valves, pistons, and injectors. Engines running on this fuel stay cleaner and run smoother for longer. Another plus, Exxon and Esso maintain strict quality control at each station. Tanks are flushed regularly, and fuel turnover is high. That means the gas you pump is fresh, not sitting in a tank for months. Mechanics also note that their ethanol content is stable. No big swings that confuse engine sensors or eat away at fuel system components. Cars start easier, idle cleaner, and perform consistently when fueled at these stations. They might cost a little more than bargain brands, but the payoff is worth it. Fewer deposits, longer fuel pump life, and lower maintenance bills over time. For drivers who care about keeping engines healthy, this is a safe choice. Number 4. Shell. This is one of the most recognized fuel brands worldwide. What makes it stand out is more than just the logo. It's the science behind their gasoline. Shell uses a special additive formula called nitrogen-enriched cleaning agents. These additives help remove existing carbon deposits while preventing new ones from forming. Their fuel turnover is very high. That means gas rarely sits in tanks. Now, for long, fresh fuel reduces the risk of water contamination and sediment buildup. Shell also keeps ethanol content tightly controlled. Engines get consistent combustion, which means smoother acceleration and stable fuel economy. Some independent tests show Shell's detergent content is higher than the minimum top-tier standard, giving extra protection for high compression or turbo engines. Mechanics often praise Shell for its reliability in extreme conditions, hot city traffic or long highway drives. Cars fueled regularly at Shell stations tend to have fewer clogged injectors and cleaner spark plugs over time. Shell may cost a few cents more per gallon, but that small extra saves you money on repairs and maintenance. If you want dependable fuel that actually helps your engine, Shell is one of the safest bets. Number 3. Costco. They aren't just a warehouse. Their gas gets serious attention too. Their Kirkland Signature gasoline is top-tier certified, which means it has strong detergents to keep engines clean that helps prevent carbon buildup on valves, pistons, and injectors. What really sets Costco apart is high pump turnover. Their tanks move fast because so many people buy fuel. Fast turnover means the gas is fresh and less likely to sit and degrade. Fresh fuel reduces water contamination and keeps ethanol levels stable. Mechanics also note that Costco maintains strict quality control. Each station has regular testing and inspection, so you know the gas meets the promised standards. That consistency is rare for discount fuel. Drivers often notice smoother starts, better throttle response, and more consistent fuel economy when they fill up at Costco. Even though it's not marketed as a premium brand, the fuel quality competes with much pricier stations. The only catch, low turnover locations can sometimes sit too long. But if your local Costco pumps a lot of gas every day, it's one of the best deals on clean, engine-friendly fuel anywhere. Number 2, Mobil. Mobil and ExxonMobil are part of the same company, but Mobil has its own reputation for high-quality fuel. Their gasoline is top-tier certified, which means it has extra detergents to keep engines free of carbon buildup. What makes Mobil special is their proprietary Synergy fuel formula. It's designed to clean intake valves and fuel injectors as you drive. Cars stay more efficient, idle smoother, and maintain power longer. Another advantage, fuel consistency. Mobil keeps ethanol content steady and tanks well maintained. That reduces the chance of water contamination, clogged filters, or engine misfires. Mechanics often praise Mobil for turbocharged and direct injection engines. These modern engines need high-quality, clean fuel to perform well. Mobil's extra detergents help prevent performance loss and expensive repairs over time. Even the regular grade fuel at Mobil is stronger than many other stations. You're not just paying for the name, you're paying for reliability and protection. For drivers who want fewer problems and longer engine life, Mobil is one of the safest stations to choose. Number 1, Chevron. This is the number 1 station mechanics trust, and for good reason. Their gasoline uses a proprietary additive called Techron. This additive is designed to clean deposits on intake valves, pistons, and fuel injectors, even in older engines. Chevron also keeps fuel turnover high. Fresh fuel means less chance of water contamination, sediment, or ethanol swings. That keeps engines running smoothly and parts lasting longer. Experts and independent tests show that Chevron's detergent levels are consistently higher than the minimum top-tier standard. That extra cleaning power helps protect modern engines with direct injection, turbochargers, or high compression designs. Regular use can reduce carbon buildup on intake valves and fuel injectors, keeping engines running cleaner, smoother, and more efficiently over time. Also, Chevron monitors and tests its underground tanks regularly. That means the gas you pump meets strict quality standards every time. Fewer surprises, less risk of engine issues. Drivers who consistently fill up at Chevron notice better fuel economy, smoother acceleration, and cleaner spark plugs during maintenance checks. If you want one station that reliably protects your engine, Chevron is the clear winner. You might think choosing the right gas station protects your engine, but that's only half the story. The real money drain happens at the pump. Gas stations use sneaky tactics to make you spend more. Click below to learn their biggest secrets before they get you.